Hey guys, this is Ben, also known as Gadget. I just wanted to get on here and just shoot a quick video to be able to share with you the gear that I will be taking with me along my 2,650 mile through hike of the Pacific Crest Trail. Beginning on March 2nd, I'm going to be setting out from the Mexico border, heading through California, Oregon, and Washington, and ending my trek at the Canadian border. So the first thing I want to share with you, what I'm going to be carrying with me the entire way, is my backpack. My backpack, I decided to use the Southwest from Hyperlight Mountain Gear. This is fully Dyneema. It's made of Dyneema. It is waterproof, or supposedly waterproof. I'll let you know. But I like to have a backup, and so inside the pack, I put a little Niafume, however you say it, sack, to be able to put some of my other equipment, such as extra clothes, as well as my backpacking quilt, anything that I don't want wet, maybe electronics, inside that secondary bag. That will help keep things protected, keep things dry. Also on my pack, what I love about this pack, I'll say kind of what I like about it before I show you what I've attached to it. But I love the size of the hip belt pockets. They're big. They can hold a lot of stuff. I'll be keeping gloves. I'll be keeping my head net, as well as maybe my wallet, whatever, inside my hip belt. Something I can have easy access to throughout the day, where I don't have to drop my pack to reach it. I can keep it right there on my side. Also on the pack, I attached my Garmin InReach Mini 2. This is my satellite communicator. This is, I can send text messages, receive text messages through satellite, as well as I can be tracked by family and friends who want to follow along, who want to track me and know exactly in real time where I am, as well as it has on the side an SOS button. And so if I find myself in an emergency, maybe a medical situation, or maybe I hurt myself in one way, or somebody else on the trail hurts themselves, I can push that button and they will send paramedics, they will send help. At least that's the idea. Hopefully I will not have to use this. That's one aspect, or one thing I carry I hope I never use, but it is good to have just in case. I also have attached on my bag a bandana. There's nothing special about the bandana. I carried one of these on my Appalachian Trail through hike, and it's nice to be able to have something there to be able to pat your head, to wipe off the sweat, wipe off the dirt. Just a handy thing to use. I also have on here my water bottle holder. For me personally, I found it useful to be able to keep a water bottle holder attached to my strap, my shoulder strap, for easy access. A lot of times you'll keep the water bottles on the side of your pack. For me, it's difficult to reach. Even this pack, it's still difficult to reach. You either have to drop your pack to be able to reach the water bottle, or you have to get somebody else who may be hiking with you to be able to retrieve the water bottle for you. But I noticed in past hikes that was limiting me of drinking enough water, drinking the amount of water that I needed to be drinking while I'm on trail. And so the fix for me, it has been making my water bottle more accessible by, again, having a water bottle holder on the shoulder. This water bottle holder, it fits a 1 liter smart water bottle. That's what I use to carry my water, is smart water bottles. It is, this one particular, it's made by Backcountry Tramper. I'm sorry, it's made by Chicken Tramper. This is a great water bottle holder. I used one just like this along my Appalachian Trail through hike, as stated, and loved it. So I thought I would do another one on this trail as well. Also pairing with my pack, I'm going to be using a fanny pack this time. This fanny pack, it is made by Light AF. Light AF is a great company. This is made of a Dyneema material. I'll keep this right in my front. This will give me better access to certain things, such as my first aid kit, as well as sunglasses, maybe some extra snacks, my phone. I'll keep all in this fanny pack. That way I have easy access. I don't have to take off my pack in order to reach the items. So I will be sporting this fanny pack along with my backpack. Again, inside that fanny pack, I have my first aid kit. This little Dyneema pouch. This is also made by Light AF. I might do a separate video sometime on what I keep in my first aid kit. That seems to be a popular question among many hikers, and so I'll be having this in my fanny pack. Again, easy access, quick access, just in case there's an emergency or I need to access that quickly. I can reach it fast. Also, my sunglasses will be in there. These are my Umbras. I just ordered these not long ago. I am notorious of both either breaking or losing sunglasses. I think on the Appalachian Trail, I went through 4 to 5 pairs of sunglasses. These, as you may notice, is they're a little bit different than a normal pair of sunglasses. They do not have the side earpiece. They have a band that goes around. This will allow me to be able to place them on my head. They don't rub against my ears. They won't fall off my head. I could even hang upside down if I wanted to, and they wouldn't fall off. But I'm hoping this will limit me, or keep me rather, from setting them down, losing them, forgetting them, stepping on them, whatever. Whenever I'm done using them, I can just drop it down around my neck, and they're right there and ready to go whenever I need them again. Also, when I want to store them, all I have to do is put them in my little handy dandy little case here. Inside the case, there's a little cloth that's attached. I can wipe them down, keep them clean, keep them from getting scratched up, put them inside the case, and then put them inside my fanny pack. So I'm going to be wearing these along the trail. Also inside the pack, this is again another item that is from Light AF. This was actually a Christmas gift that I had received this year, or last year I should say. It is a little pack towel, and as you can tell, this is a special pack towel. For those of you may know, or may not know I should say, through hikes oftentimes demand hitchhiking into town to be able to go into town to resupply on food, maybe stay at a hostel or hotel, to be able to shower, clean clothes, all of that good stuff. This pack towel will help me communicate to my motorists who are driving by on the highway my intentions. So it says hiker to town, and then when I'm ready to go back and hike again, it says hiker to trail. And so I thought this was a cool addition. I look forward to using this on the trail. For those of you who may be thinking at this moment, hey, hitchhiking is dangerous, you're absolutely right. However, in the area that I'll be hitchhiking, it is pretty common to pick up hikers and take them into town, as well as it was on the Appalachian Trail. It's just part of the community, part of the culture in that area. Yes, it's not 100% safe. However, I believe this towel will help, again, communicate to the motorist my intentions, and I'm gonna do it. And so, also in my gear, I'm gonna start on what I'll be wearing, as well as the clothing that I'll be carrying inside my pack. I will be wearing this outdoor research cap. This is very breathable. It's very light. I had a cap just like this, just a different color, on the Appalachian Trail. Loved it. Wore it the entire distance of the trail, entire length of the trail. I'm going to be wearing one again on the Pacific Crest Trail. Also on my feet, I like the Darn Tough socks, and so I'll be carrying 2 pairs of Darn Tough socks, one on my feet and one extra pair in my bag. I will alternate each day, switch them out, and If they get wet, I want a dry pair on, I can put them on. But Darn Tough is a company that I love. I wear Darn Tough socks everywhere, not just on trail, but even in town, wherever I go, in my everyday life. I love Darn Tough. They're they're made by merino wool, made with merino wool, very durable. They have a lifetime warranty. If I wear a hole into the sock, I can send them back and I can get a brand new pair, no questions asked. At least that's the rumor. Have not ever worn a hole through one, came close, but it's not quite there yet. And so I'll let you know. But I will be wearing Darn Tough socks. Also, my underwear I'm going to be wearing, I just got a couple pair of, these are just Under Armour underwear briefs. They're made of a synthetic material, very stretchy, very light, breathable. I'll have one pair on as I begin my trek, as well as an extra pair inside my backpack. I'll be carrying 2 pairs with me. The shirt that I'm going to be wearing as I start the trail is this is made by Outdoor Vitals. I believe the name of the shirt is the Turn Hoodie, and it is a wool hoodie, or a merino wool type hoodie. Very light, very breathable. It's, of course, as in the name, it's a hoodie. It's got a hood to protect my ears and my neck from the sun. It's got long sleeves again to protect me from the sun. The beginning of the trail, the Pacific Crest Trail, is in the desert with very little overhead, and so I will need some protection. I'm going to be wearing this this hoodie along my trek. Starting out, I'll have a pair of pants. This is a pair of pants by Piranha, I think it's called, the company's called. I bought these at REI a few weeks ago, some hiking pants. It's a synthetic material, very stretchy, very comfortable. I'm going to be wearing these again. It's going to be, because I'm starting on March 2nd, it's early in the season, so it's going to be a little cool, I believe, in some of the, especially early in the morning. And so I think having pants rather than shorts at that time is going to be more enjoyable. I'll say it like that. So I'll be wearing these pants as I start out on the Pacific Crest Trail. Later on in my hike, as the temperatures get higher, as the temperatures get warmer, I will switch out to these running shorts. These shorts, I believe I picked these up at a store in Juneau, Alaska last year or the year before. This is by a company called Legend. It's just a regular pair of running shorts. It's got side pockets with a zipper, so if I want to put something in my pocket and not worry about dropping it on the trail, it could be a candy bar wrapper, it could be my pocket knife, it could be my phone, whatever I want to put in there. This will also allow me to have shorts to be able to try to regulate my temperature to stay cooler, especially on a hot and sunny day. Also, I will have, and this is more going back to colder weather, I will be sporting a buff. This buff, it is just says National Geographic, nothing real special about it. I believe this one particular, I think I found in a hiker box somewhere. And so I'll be taking this one with me most likely. I'm going to be using this to be able to keep my neck warm or covered. If I want to cover my neck up, I can put it over my face on a windy day to protect my face from the wind. A buff's always a convenient item to have on the trail. I will also have, and this will probably be mostly at night or at camp, I have this beanie. This beanie, it's made by alpaca, or made with alpaca wool by a company called Paca. And I believe this was handmade in somewhere in South America. And so alpaca wool is very warm, very breathable, and so I'm going to be using this at night. Maybe if it's a cold evening, I want something to cover my head while I sleep, or at camp, I can put this on and keep warm. Also, along the same thought is I have my mid layer. My mid layer I decided to use is a alpaca wool sweater or a hoodie. This is made by the same company. It's made by PACA. It's made with alpaca wool. So it is light, it is breathable, it is warm, and so I will be carrying this with me for nighttime warmth, for at camp, to wear around camp. I probably won't hike in it just because I will easily get too hot if I try to hike in this, but I'm going to carry this on the trail for at night. Also at night I will have my bottom layer. This mostly will be used to sleep in. I find it more enjoyable to be able to change into something that's clean, or at least semi-clean on the trail, to not sleep in my hiking clothes, if they're wet or dirty or whatever, stinky. So I have some, this is made by Smart Wool. It is Smart Wool thermals. I got the bottom and I got the top. I'll be putting these on while I'm at camp, wearing them at camp, as well as again, like I said, I'll be sleeping in these. As for my jacket, I have a puffy. It is a down puffy that is made by Mountain Hardwear. This is called the Ghost Whisperer. It is very warm, very light, one of the lightest jackets, I believe. I could be wrong, but it's one of the lightest jackets on the market. This is a very well-known or popular item among thru-hikers. It is, but it's brand new for me. I've worn it a couple times around town. I've taken it on a couple trips, backpacking trips, short trips. Love it so far, and so I'm going to be taking this jacket, this down hoodie, with me along the Pacific Crest Trail. Next, I have rain gear. Rain gear, I'm going to be using another jacket, my rain jacket. This is also made by Mountain Hardwear, and it is, I'm not sure the name exactly, but again, like I said, it's Mountain Hardwear. This has, what I love about this jacket, it has pit zips. On the Appalachian Trail, I had a Marmot jacket, very similar to this, and it had pit zips. Loved it. It allowed me to be able to help ventilate as I'm hiking. I don't want to get too hot. You don't want to get too hot as you're hiking, or you'll start sweating, and when you start sweating, you'll become wet, and thus defeating the purpose of having a rain jacket on. And so I don't know how much I'll need to use this, or even if I will carry it the entire journey, but I'm going to start out with it just in case I get caught in the rain, to be able to have some protection to keep warm. Along with the rain jacket, I have another item here. This is made by Enlighten Equipment. It is called a rain skirt, or a rain wrap, rain kilt, whatever you want to call it. I think they call it a rain wrap, and basically it comes in a little stuff sack. It's made with it, and you basically take it out. Instead of having some heavy rain pants and the lack of ventilation, you would just wrap this around you and snap it, and it will keep your shorts dry. And so I had one of these, something similar, on the Appalachian Trail. Loved it, wore it all the time, wore it so much I wore it out. And so I'm going to be taking this, probably keeping it in one of my side pockets. That way I have easy access to it throughout the day if I need to grab it and put it on real quick. So again, back to more items, more clothes. I have another pair of socks. This pair of socks will be for sleeping in only, in order to keep my feet warm in the middle of the night. On the Appalachian Trail, I brought with me 3 pairs of darn tough socks, 2 pairs that I switched back and forth throughout each day, and then 1 pair I kept in my sack, kept in my backpack, and kept it clean in order to sleep in, only sleep in. But I switched that out, and I have these to sleep in rather than darn tough socks. These are made by a company called Farpoint. Very light. I'm not sure what materials they're made of. I'm not sure if this is cotton or some other type of cloth, but it's very, very light. You can see through it, but also it's very warm. So it's breathable, it's warm, it's light, and I'm going to be taking these with me, like I said, for sleeping in only. On my hands, I'll be carrying at the beginning 2 pairs of gloves. I will have these. These are thin, made by Smart Wool. They look almost like glove liners, but they will keep my hands warm at camp or on a windy day. If I want to put them on to keep my hands just nice and toasty, I can do that. I'll keep these in a side pocket as well, to be able to protect my hands from any cool weather I may run into. Also, on a hot day, the opposite side, I have a pair of sun gloves. Now, I went back and forth if I wanted to carry sun gloves or not. I was unsure. I'm still, to be honest, unsure if I really will need these. But basically, sun gloves, these are meant to keep on your hands as you're hiking and protect them from the sun, from getting burnt or toasted. It is this pair particularly is from REI. It's an REI brand sun glove, and so they seem like they're nice pairs of gloves. They're a nice pair of gloves, and so I'm going to be taking these with me starting out in the desert, taking sun gloves. Again, may not carry them the whole distance, but starting out I will. The next thing I had, this is, again, you saw my backpack. This is part of my big 3, which the big 3 is your backpack. It's your sleeping system as well as your shelter, your tent. And so I'll go ahead and go to my sleeping system. I'm going to be using on the trail. I'll be using a Thermarest Neo Air X-Lite sleeping pad. This is an inflatable sleeping pad. I used on the Appalachian Trail, I used the Nemo Tensor. Love the pad, had no complaints whatsoever. However, on this trek, my mindset has been trying to find gear that is super light as well as durable, and this is a highly recommended item among many thru hikers, and so I'm going to try it out. I've already slept probably 3-4 nights on it, no problems whatsoever. However, to be honest with you, the Tensor for Nemo is much more comfortable. However, I'm still going to take it. It's a good piece of gear, good durable piece of gear. So I'll be sleeping with that. Also, underneath my pad, I will have this is an 1/8 inch foam pad. You can get this from most outdoor gear companies, sell it. This is the half size, the torso size only. I will be having this for 2 reasons. One, it will be something that I can fold up and set down on a rock or a log if I want to sit down and have a little bit extra cushion. And at night, as I'm sleeping, I can put this underneath my sleeping pad. This will do 2 things. It will not only add to the R value, the warmth of my sleeping system, but also it will protect my air pad, my inflatable pad, from anything that might be sticking up, might potentially go through and popping it. And so this I'm going to start out carrying. Like I said, it's very light. I'm going to take it with me. Also, my sleeping gear, I have a quilt. This is a 20 degree quilt by Enlightened Equipment. It's called the Enigma. I went ahead and picked 20 degree because I was wanting a quilt that I can take with me the entire length of the hike. And so I thought 20 degrees would be the sweet spot. I think it will keep me warm at the beginning, as well as not be too hot in the summer. I can always vent it. I never strap down my quilt anyway. I like to sleep, kind of use it as a blanket, and like to vent throughout the night if I get too hot. And so I'll be using the Enigma by Enlightened Equipment, 20 degree. As for my tent, I chose to take with me, this is a trekking pole tent. It is made by Durston. This is the X-Mid Pro 1. It is made from entirely Dyneema material, so that means it's very durable. It is very light. It is a one-person tent. However, even though it is a one-person tent, it has dual vestibules. That means most one-person tents only have one door, one entrance. Well, this one has two. And so whatever side I want to go in and out of, I can go. And so this makes the tent feel more roomy than it really is, because it gives you double the space on each side, areas where I can store things such as my backpack or whatever I want to keep out of the elements, out of the rain if it's raining. And so I'm going to be using the X-Mid Pro 1 by Durston. With that, I have my tent stakes. These are the same type of stakes I used for my other tent on the Appalachian Trail. I will be taking with me 7 of the MSR mini groundhogs. These are a decent, I found them to be a very decent stake. My tent takes 6 stakes. However, I'm going to be taking 7 just to have that extra. It being so light, there's no really big deal of taking it. This will allow me to have a stake just in case maybe I lose one or maybe I break one. I'll have an extra, I'll have a spare in order to keep going and not worry about my tent falling over on me. I also will be carrying in my backpack, this goes again back to my rain gear, I guess you could say. This is an umbrella. However, it's a sun umbrella. This one particular is made by Hyperlight Mountain Gear. It's very light. I'll be keeping this strapped to my pack. Again, it has dual purposes, as you can imagine, to protect me from the rain. If it starts raining and I don't want to wear my rain jacket, if it's not raining too hard, I can put this on and protect myself from that. Also in the desert or in the high country where there's no tree line, where the sun is beating down, I can use this in order to give me some shade. I have a couple elastic bands on here, allowing me to strap it to my pack. I can strap it to my shoulder strap and be able to hike hands-free and not have to hold the umbrella, and it's still giving me the shade that I need. I carried one of these on the Appalachian Trail. Beginning, I didn't really care for it because it seemed to be getting in the way in the green tunnel, as you can imagine, going through, hitting branches, hitting trees as it was open. However, later on in the hike, I learned to fall in love with this thing because it protected me from all the rain. Now, I do not believe I will have as much rain on the Pacific Crest Trail that I did on the Appalachian Trail. However, I know that I will have a lot of sun, and so I will probably use this more so for sun protection than from protection from the rain. So I will be taking with me an umbrella. Another item I am going to be taking with me, I'll go ahead and show you what's in my ditty bag. They call a ditty bag. This is just kind of random different things here and there that I'll need inside my bag. The bag in particular is made by Sea to Summit, just a synthetic, or not synthetic, but just I don't even know what the material is, but just a nylon bag of some sort. And so I'll be carrying inside my nylon bag a little notepad with a pen. This is to allow me to jot down notes. I'm going to be blogging for the trek along my journey, and so throughout the day I might have something I want to remember, maybe somebody's name or contact information or whatever I want to write down. I can write it down here, not have to worry about putting it in my phone, and then for whatever reason I lose my phone, or my phone breaks and I lose all the information. At least I have it here. And so I'm going to be having a notepad with me. Also in my ditty bag, I'll be having some headphones. These are Skull headphones, I think is the brand name. Just something to be able to listen to maybe music or a podcast, not necessarily on trail, but at night. I don't usually listen to music as I'm hiking. I like to be aware of my surroundings. I like to experience nature at its fullest. And so, but it's nice to be able to listen to something at night as you're getting ready for bed, getting ready to lay down and go to sleep. I will also have in my ditty bag, a setup to be able to charge all of my electronics. And so I have here an Anchor exterior battery charger. This will hopefully be enough to charge everything. I guess they say you pack your fears, and that might be one of my fears, is my phone or my other electronics dying and not having enough power to be able to last the whole stretch. So this may be overkill. I believe this one particular is 24,000 kilowatts. So it's a lot. It's a lot, and so it's kind of bulky. It's a brick, I say, but this should allow me to do long stretches in the desert, in the Sierras. I may have to go a week without going into town, and so this will allow me to be able to charge things hopefully along my journey and not worry about running out of power. I will also have again, this goes along with the charging. It's just a bunch of cords and little wall chargers, something to plug into. I'm going to be using for that. Also, I have some fire starters. The fire starters, I don't normally make fire or make a fire at camp. However, I'm going to carry a couple of these just for an emergencies, just in case I need to build a fire quickly. This will make it a little easier to be able to light and have a fire to warm up, or for whatever reason I need a fire. Also, I have just some regular earplugs. This will be for at camp or for in town if I'm at a hostel. Maybe somebody's sawing logs, or if I'm camping near a highway and I want to cover my ears. I don't want the noise to keep me awake at night. I have some earplugs with me. I have my beloved Nightcore headlamp. This is a rechargeable headlamp. This, out of all my gear, this is one of the items that I carried the entire Appalachian Trail. Loved it. Still love it. This is, again, like I said, it's the Nightcore. I believe it's 300 lumens. I could be wrong. You'll have to double check that. But it has 3 light settings as well as a red light for at camp, so I'm not disturbing people. It is a nice light, very durable headlamp. One of my luxury items that I'm going to be taking with me this time is a little pump. This is a Flex Tail 1.2 ounce pump. This will be used in order to blow up my air pad, my sleeping pad, instead of using an air sack or just a sack, or doing it by mouth, blowing up my pad after a long day of hiking. This will allow me to air it up easier, and it is light, it's rechargeable. I think I can get a full charge on this and it could last me a week or two, if not longer. And so I'm going to be taking that. That's one of my luxury items. Also, I decided to carry a better knife than I did on the Appalachian Trail. On the Appalachian Trail, I just had a little Swiss Army little scissors, knife, toothpick, the really small knife. But I will be also carrying on the Pacific Crest Trail this knife. I'll keep this in my pocket. It is a small knife. This is a Boker. It is Boker is what it's called. I'm not sure what make it is, but it's made by Boker. It's got a lock on it, so I don't have to worry about the blade flipping out and cutting me. I can just keep it in my pants pocket and be right there, be ready if I need it to cut a piece of string, cut a piece of rope, whatever the reason I may need a knife. I'm going to be carrying the knife with me on this trail. I will also have in one of my hip belt pockets, this is my head net. I mentioned this at the beginning of the video. My head net in the Sierras as well as Northern California and above, there are a lot of mosquitoes. And so this head net will allow me to remain protected, at least my head, from any of the blood-sucking vampires that may be flying around me in the evenings and in the mornings. And so I will be taking this with me, again keeping it in my hip belt pocket and ready for when I need it, or if I need it. I will also have in my backpack, a little mount. This is a a tripod while I can do my videos. I'm going to be vlogging for my YouTube channel, Backcountry Tramper. This will allow me to be able to get some good shots. Not only is it a tripod, I can set it on the trail or set it on a rock, but I can also take it with the strap and I can strap it to a tree branch, or I can strap it to my trekking pole and use it like a selfie stick. And so it's not that heavy. It is by Pedco is the name of the company. I did start out using this on the Appalachian Trail, ended up, for whatever reason, I don't remember why, sent it home. I think I was just trying to lower my weight because my weight was so heavy at the time. And so I'm going to try again and carry this. I may decide to send it home as well, but at the beginning I'm going to have the little tripod for my phone. The next thing I have, this I should have shared this with you. My tent, it's going to be paired with my tent, and these are my trekking poles. And so I will be hiking with trekking poles. I love trekking poles. Wouldn't leave home without them on a hike, especially. But these are a pair that are made by Gossamer Gear. They're some of the lightest trekking poles on the market. They are made entirely of, they are not aluminum, but they're carbon fiber, I believe, material, so that makes them super light. They are comfortable to use. The only hesitation I have about these trekking poles is because they are light and because of the carbon fiber material, that if I get them caught between a couple rocks or in the dirt, how easy it will be to break them. There have been reports of people breaking these poles pretty easy. And so I did find out, though, that I do not have to replace the entire trekking pole. If that takes place, I can order a section from Gossamer Gear and they will send me a new section. But I'm going to start out using these poles, again, hiking with them, helping keep my balance, especially if I'm doing a stream crossing so I don't fall over. Plus they will be used to help hold my tent up at night, since I do have a trekking pole tent. Next item that I'm going to be using, my cooking system. My cooking system, I have inside this little Dyneema pack by Hilltop Packs. I will be carrying the Toques. This is the 550 pot. I had the 700, I believe, 700, 750, forgot what it was exactly, on the Appalachian Trail. Again, my mindset being lighter, I decided to get a smaller pot. I believe this will be enough water. I don't cook in my pot, I just boil water, but this will be what I need in order to boil the amount of water that I need. It is the pot, it comes, I have, it's called Hot Lips. You put it on the side of your pot and you can drink your coffee, not burn your lips. I have stored in here just a little mini Bic lighter to be able to light my stove. I've got my fuel can, that will be in there. I have a little pack towel. This will be just to dry my pot out after I use it, for that reason. I have also my stove. This is the BRS stove. This is, again, one of the lightest stoves out there. It's very small. This is similar to the stove I used on the Appalachian Trail. On the Appalachian Trail, I used the MSR Pocket Rocket. So it's the same type of stove, however, it's much smaller, as you can see. And so I love the Pocket Rocket, and so I wanted to try this out just to see if I loved it just as well. And so I'm going to be starting out carrying the BRS little stove on the trail. I'm kind of going to cooking. Like I said, I don't cook in my pot. I just boil water or make coffee or something like that, a hot drink. But I will be also using this little pouch. This is by Hyperlight. It's a little hydration pouch. I used one of these almost the entire Appalachian Trail. I think I lost it. I left it at a shelter when I was in Maine, somewhere in Maine, so near the end. Loved using it. Ordered another one in order to have it on this journey. Basically, I will have a freezer bag, Ziploc bag, quart size inside here with my dehydrated food, and then I just boil the water, add the water, then I can close it up, let it set for about 5 to 10 minutes, let everything hydrate inside there. I can open it back up and then take my long-handled spoon and eat right from the bag. Also, it can keep your hands warm if your hands are cold, to be able to, as you have your hot food in there, feel the warmth. So I have stored in here a little salt and pepper shaker. This is by MSR, just salt on one side, pepper on the other. I'll keep it in there so I don't lose it. Also, as I stated, my long-handled titanium spoon. This particular one I got from Outdoor Vitals, and so, but they're pretty much all the same, any titanium spoon, at least the ones that I've seen. So I will be using this titanium spoon. I also have my food bag, and so my food bag, this is made by Hilltop Pack. It is this one's a custom food bag. The picture I have on here is actually one that I took from on top of Mount Katahdin, so I thought it was an awesome picture, so I wanted that on my food bag. This will allow me to hang it up. It's a bear bag type. Hang it up, keep it away from critters, so they're not getting to my food. And so I'm going to be starting out with this. I'm having on the trail to be able to store all of my food, and I have I believe 5 days packed right now inside my pack, or inside the food bag. I will also have, along with that, a rock sack. This will just put a rock in there, will help me hang my bag, throw it over a limb, draw it up, do a PCT hang, what they call, and I'll be using the rock sack. Inside the rock sack, I think there's about 25 or 50 foot of cordage to be able to help me hang my bag. I also have a little carabiner and what they call a dog bone, and instead of trying to find a stick somewhere that's not rotten, that's strong enough to be able to hang my bag, to use to hang my bag, I got this little titanium dog bone. This is made by Apex Giant, which is a sister company of Hilltop Pack, and so I'll be using that on the trail as well with my bear sack. Now, in the Sierra section of the trail, you are required to use what is called a bear can in order to protect your food, or I should say protect the bears from your food, from getting to your food. And so I will be carrying a bear can. And this is my bear can. This is the Bear Vault 500. I will keep all my food. I think I have about 5 days, maybe 7, I'm not sure. I'll have to go through here and find out. Of food stored in here already. So I'm going to be carrying this bear can. It's very bulky, it's very heavy. I'm not looking forward to carrying it. However, like I said, I want to not only obey the rules, obey the law, but I want to protect the bears. I don't want them associating food with people and then getting that thought in their mind and causing problems, becoming a problematic bear. So we want to protect the bears as well as to protect others. So I will be carrying my bear can in the Sierra section. And so I will be using that. Also, along food, my water, my hydration system, I will be carrying 3 smart water bottles. I will have my 1 liter smart water bottle on inside my holder on my shoulder strap. I'll have that, as well as I will have 2 1.5 liter water bottles in my side pockets on my backpack. Now you may be thinking, well, why do you need so much water? Well, in the desert particularly, there are going to be long water stretches, or long stretches without water, I should say, and I'm going to need to carry at least 1 liter for every 5 miles, and there may be sections that are 20 to 30 miles in length between water sources, and so I'll be carrying both of these in those sections, as well as my 1 liter water bottle paired with my 2 liter Canuck bladder. And so I use this to not only filter water, to help filter water, but I can also use it to store water and carry another 2 liters. At the moment, I have the potential to carry 6 liters of water. However, I may switch this out before I start my hike to a 3-liter Canuck water bladder. And so I haven't decided if I'm going to do that yet, but the thought is going through my head at this moment. And so I will be using the Canuck water bladder with my, it is called the Sawyer Squeeze filter. Love this thing. I use this on part of the Appalachian Trail. Any other backpacking trips or hiking trips I go on, I always take my Sawyer with me. It is a great filter. Love the company, not just the product, but it's a great company and great product. I will keep in this little handy dandy mesh sack that Sawyer sent me with the filter, a little Ziploc bag. This will have some extra caps for my water bottles, just in case I lose one or break one. I'm not stranded without a cap. It has some seals in there for the filter, some extra seals. I also have inside the sack, or I should say on the filter, there's a little link here, a cup link. This screws onto the filter, and then I can screw it on to the bladder. I can hang this up on a tree or a branch and allow it to drain and filter with not having to mess with it, just on its own as I'm sitting there at camp. I have another luxury item, and it kind of goes with my water filtration kit, as I have, this is again another item from Apex Giant Hilltop Packs, and you basically can take this cordage, wrap it around a tree. It's got this little titanium hook, and I can hook the bladder to there, or if I wanted to keep my backpack out of the mud, out of the dirt, I could also hang up my backpack. And so I've used this multiple times. We'll be taking that with me along my journey. Another item, another area that I'm going to be taking is my Hygiene kit, aka poop kit. This is the little Dyneema sack that I got from Hilltop Pack as well. Inside the pack, I will have my, this is the Deuce of Spades #2 trowel. This is used to be able to dig a cat hole when nature calls. You got to be ready. You got to bury it. And so I will have my Deuce of Spades. Use this on the entire Appalachian Trail. It's a great little light trowel. I will have that with me, as well as a wag bag. On the West Coast, you, especially in the desert, in the high Sierras, you have to pack out your toilet paper, and so I have a wag bag with me. This one particular is called disposable toilet to go, and so you take your toilet paper, you put them in the bag. There's a bag inside a bag, I believe, in here. It zips it up, seals it up, so there's no mess. You carry that out when you get into town or buy a trash can. You can throw it away. And so I will be taking with me a wag bag. I also have a little Ziploc bag inside my Hygiene kit. I have a bottle of Dr. Bronner's soap. This can be used to wash my hands, if I want to just wash my feet, whatever I want to wash. I can use this. I can also use it to wash my cooking pot, but like I said, I don't cook in my cooking pot, so I probably won't need to do that. So I will have that. I will have some toilet paper, just in case. I'm starting out with 4 packs of the Dude wipes, just to have some wipes to wash my hands, or to wipe up if I need to wipe my feet down or my body down, to do a hiker shower, what they call, just wipe down in your tent. I will have a little bottle of hand sanitizer. This is a small light spray bottle of hand sanitizer that will be with me to help keep clean, keep sanitary. And then I have what is called squirrel nut butter. This is to help protect me from chafing. Hiking all day, I may start to chafe, so this is to help me to prevent chafing, so I will carry that with me. And then a couple new items, I should say, that I'm going to be using, I'm going to be trying out. This is made by Kulo Clean. It is the bidet, and so this goes on your water bottle. It snaps on your water bottle, and I won't get descriptive with you, but it is a bidet. And so it's a way for me to keep clean and to limit my usage of toilet paper. Again, since I have to pack toilet paper out, so this may be a way for me to limit what I have to carry with me and what I have to pack out. Haven't used it yet. Will I use it the entire way? I don't know yet. I'm still hesitant about it. It's a brand new experience for me, and so, but I will let you know if I enjoy it or not. I also have, this is a hack that I saw from another thru-hiker. It's just a little smart water bottle cap that I drilled small pinholes in it. I can put it on my bladder, my water bladder. It screws on there. I can hang it up with my cord and create a on-trail shower. And so this may not be a shower to take a full body shower, but if I want to clean my hair or get my head wet, or if I want to wash off my feet, I can do that. And so I tried it out inside my bathroom, inside the shower. Works perfectly, and so I look forward to using this item on the trail. Now, in the Sierra Mountains, there are going to be some other items other than the bear can that I'm going to have to carry. Some items because of the snow. I expect there to be snow in the Sierras when I get there because I'm starting so early. And some of the items that I have to carry. I will be having on my feet these are seal skin socks. So no, they're not made by real seals, from real seals, but they're just called seal skins with a Z. But these are waterproof socks. I will wear these over my Darn Tough socks as I'm post-holing or walking through the snow. Another way to help keep my feet warm, or at least semi-dry and warm. And so I will be taking a pair of these with me. I have 2 pairs that I bought, and so I have this pair that I'll be carrying, and then I have another extra pair just in case I need to switch them out. And so I will have those with me in the Sierra section, as well as my, this is the Corsa ice axe. It's the camp ice axe, and so it is I believe it's the 50, and so it's very light, one of the lightest ice axes on the market. I tied a short, about 3-4 foot piece of paracord on here to make a leash to keep around my wrist. That's just in case I drop it. It doesn't slide down the mountain on me. I have it attached, but this is a safety measure. If I'm walking over a mountain and I slide or begin to fall, I can stick it in to the ice or to the snow and hopefully keep myself from sliding sliding down the side of the mountain. There have been people who have died on this hike, and I hope not to be one of the statistics, and so I will be carrying the ice axe with me along my journey. Another item that I will have on the Sierra section of the trek is I have some baskets that will screw on to my trekking pole. These will allow me to be able to have some more get more footing, hopefully, in the snow. They're small. I don't know how good they'll work, but we'll try them out anyway. They're so light and cheap. I can get rid of them in town in a hiker box if I want later on. but I will be carrying in my snow gear. I'll be carrying a pair of baskets for my trekking poles. And I forgot to say earlier on my trekking poles, I also have some duct tape. Now the duct tape is used for if I have a rip in my tent or something I need to fix, I can tape it up. I have a little bit of duct tape on both of my trekking poles, so that's just a side note there. Back to my winter gear. This is by I forgot what company, the name of the company, but some micro spikes. This is just a regular set of micro spikes. These go on your feet. They give you a little more traction. They go right on your shoes, give you more traction in the snow and the ice. I used these back in 22 in the Sierra section when I did the Ray Lakes Loop and in Kings Canyon. Loved them, worked perfectly. I will have these with me in order to help protect me, keep me from falling, keep me from slipping. I will also have some other gloves. These are the Terrace, I think they're called, is the brand. These are some waterproof gloves to keep my hands dry on a wet day, to help keep them warm. I can also wear my other gloves inside of it. If I wanted to use them as liners, I can do that. And so I'll have these also in the Sierra section of the trail. On my feet, I will be using Hoka. These are the Hoka Speed Goat 6s I'll be starting out with. I've had these this pair of shoes for a little bit now. They have some wear and tear on them, but I can probably get at least another 100, if not 200 miles out of them. I'll be starting out with these, as well as ordering other shoes, possibly the same type shoes. These are, like I said, these are the Hoka Speed Goats 6s, and so they're a good quality shoe, good quality trail runner. I'll also have paired with those some Dirty Girl gaiters. These go on my ankles. They attach to the shoe in order to keep debris, dirt, sand, rocks, whatever, from getting inside my shoe, rubbing against my skin and creating blisters or hot spots. And so I use these on the Appalachian Trail. They work perfectly, and I'm going to use them again on the Pacific Crest Trail. Also on my feet, I have a pair of Crocs. These are just regular camo Crocs. I will be using these for at camp to be able to kick off my wet, dirty shoes, to be able to put something that feels good on my feet to walk around camp. I can also use these if I want to do a stream crossing and keep my shoes dry. I don't want to get my shoes wet. I can put these on to help me cross the stream, to cross the river. And so these easily strap to the back of my pack. Not very heavy, semi-light, I'll say it that way. And so I'm going to be taking Crocs. I know on the Appalachian Trail, I started out with Crocs, ended up sending them home in the summer, but then farther up in New England, I decided I wanted them again for all the stream crossings, so I had them shipped out, shipped back to me. And so I will be using the Crocs on the trail. I believe that is it. Oh, no, one more thing. Last but not least, this will be stored inside my food bag or my bear can. I have inside this Ziploc bag. I will have some toothpaste to be able to brush my teeth at night or in the day. This one's just a little travel size I'll be carrying with me. I tried using the tabs, the little tablets you chew, but I didn't feel that my teeth got very clean with those, and so I wanted to go just to the real, old school toothpaste. And so I'll be using toothpaste. I will have just a little, it's a bamboo toothbrush that I picked up. I cut the handle off for all you ultralighters. You want to be proud of me. And I'm going to be using that to brush my teeth at night. Very light. Also, I have inside my bag just a little mini thing of dental floss. This actually has dual purpose. Not only will I be using it to floss my teeth, but also I have duct taped on the back of here a little sewing needle, where if I have a rip in something, my backpack, maybe my pants or whatever, and I want to sew it up to at least get me to where I can replace it. I've done this before. I can use the dental floss as thread to be able to sew what is ripped. And so just a little needle, little sewing needle that's taped to the back. Again, I'll be keeping this because toothpaste has a smell. I'll be keeping this with my food bag or my bear can to be able to keep it out of the line of critters. And so I will have that. But that is everything, I believe, if I didn't forget something, that I will be carrying on the Pacific Crest Trail. Again, I start on March 2nd, and I encourage you to follow along. I'll be posting videos weekly on my YouTube channel, Backcountry Tramper, as well as blogging for the trek. You can, if you want to follow along to all my social media and all the blog postings and just have a one-stop shop, you can go to backcountrytramper.org. That's my personal website. You can go there. You can also find a link to purchase my newly published book, Over the Mountains, A Journey of Self-Discovery on the Appalachian Trail. The proceeds for the book help sponsor or help promote not only the idea of outdoors and how important nature is to our mental health, but also it helps me do something like this, to be able to share with you all that God created and all that is out there. And so thank you again for following along. Thank you for liking and sharing what you see, and I will see you soon on the trail.